Welcome back. You're watching MSNBC's coverage of the United States Senate race in the great state of Massachusetts. The Associated Press projecting that Scott Brown, Republican state senator, has defeated the Democratic candidate Martha Coakley, the state's attorney general, longtime public servant. I'm Rachel Maddow, and I'm here at Doyle's Cafe in Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, with a very raucous, very friendly, very drinky crowd on election night here. Joining us now from Republican State Senator Scott Brown's headquarters in downtown Boston is MSNBC's chief Washington correspondent, Norah O'Donnell. Norah, thanks very much for joining us. Tell us what's going on there.
Good evening, Rachel. That's right. Scott Brown has received a phone call from Martha Coakley. In fact, I'm told by sources she called at 9:13 p.m. to concede this race to the Republican Scott Brown. Scott Brown's daughter, Isla, who was on American Idol, had been performing on stage singing with the Doug Flutie Band. She stopped and announced that to the crowd, who erupted in cheers. Since then, they've been shouting, "Yes, we can," and "John Kerry's next." So there you go. This is a packed ballroom, clearly excited that Scott Brown won tonight. He is expected to come out and speak shortly. I imagine that he is waiting for a call from President Barack Obama. The president's spokesman had indicated earlier this week that the president would call and congratulate whoever the winner was, whether it was the Democrat or the Republican. What's next? Well, it remains to be seen when the Secretary of State certifies this election. We've done some reporting today, our excellent political team, that the Secretary of State here in Massachusetts could take 10 days to certify this election. That would give the Democrats in Washington, if they want it, some time if they wanted to do something with the health care reform, given all these different alternatives now the Republicans have 41 votes in the United States Senate. So that's one thing to watch for. And, of course, in the next couple of days, we're going to be hearing all about the autopsy of the Martha Coakley campaign. What went wrong? As I told you earlier, I'm stunned by the finger-pointing that's gone on. A Democratic Party official sending me a note and talking to me in person saying, "Let's be clear," and saying Martha Coakley was on vacation, on a break in between that key 3-week period between December 19th and January 5th, when her 20-point lead was halved to just 10 points. They blame Martha Coakley. They blame her campaign. They say she gave it away to Scott Brown, let him go up on the air, let him define her, and that's how she lost this particular campaign. But surely there's enough blame to go around, because the Democrats in Washington were also perhaps thinking that Martha Coakley was going to easily win this. And as I spoke with Vicki Kennedy yesterday, and something she said was very clear that most people who run for political office know, don't ever take a vote for granted. You should never take a vote for granted. And I think that's one of the big lessons, is that many people think Martha Coakley took this for granted because it's Massachusetts, because Democrats outnumber Republicans 3-1, that maybe she would win this. And so that key 3-week period is when Scott Brown got the momentum and was able to define this race. And now why there's a victory party here, and we're expecting to hear from him shortly. Rachel?
NBC's Norah O'Donnell at Scott Brown campaign headquarters. A sense of the enthusiasm there by the rollicking cheer from the crowd just for the podium coming out.